Ooh.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you ready?
All right, we are back with another Hard Way of Wrestling. It is Free for All Friday, and I'm surrounded by two of the most beautiful human beings I've ever seen, Ricky and Ricky's cat. I'm sorry, and Scott. What's up, boys?
Over here.
Not too much. Not too much.
Not really me. It's too early in the morning.
So, Ricky, you got to work tomorrow.
Yeah, in like a couple hours, hours, something like that.
Oh, all right. Well, we're gonna zip through this in about 3.5. So we'll get her knocked out. I'm off tomorrow. Scott's off tomorrow. We got nowhere to be, right, buddy?
Hey, I got a weekend off. It just doesn't start until the AM.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Let me make sure everybody's sounds good here. I think we're live on Facebook.
We are live on Facebook. It popped up.
Sweet. Very cool. All right. Well, welcome to Hard Way Wrestling. My name is Jason. This is Scott to my, I don't know, I can't tell if it's my lower right or my upper left or, and then I got a tricky Ricky to my.
The guy with the cereal spoon.
The guy with the cereal spoon is Scotty. And the guy to his left or your right, depending on if you're cross-eyed or where you're sitting in front of your computer. You're not cross-eyed. Your eye goes the other way. You can't say you're cross-eyed.
I honestly, though, I really wish I could get both eyes to go out at the same time because this eye also flares out, but I can't get them to do it at the same time. I would love to get it to happen just to freak people out. It'd be amazing.
I can't imagine you walk. I just see you walking into shit all the time. I just didn't see it coming. Just right down the middle.
Yep.
All right. So we are on Facebook at Hard Way Wrestling. We are on YouTube at Hard Way Wrestling. We are now on Apple, all your podcast platforms: Google Play, Apple, Spotify, Pod Ripper, Fart Ripper, whatever. We're on all those. We're on all those different podcast platforms. So you can catch us anywhere. And if you want to see us, Facebook and YouTube is the place to go. But there's going to come a point where you're going to say, these fucking guys are ugly. I can't. They're good. They sound great. The dude in the middle is cute as fuck. But I'm talking about the cat. But I can't look at him anymore. I can't look at him. So you can put us in your ear on all your podcasting platforms. So we have a big show today. Again, thank you for coming. If you're here, if you just swing by, make sure you go like, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, ring the bell. On all the platforms, please leave us a review. Write us a review. We don't care what you say about us. We've all been in bad relationships. So whatever you say, you can't hurt our feelings, right? You can't, right? Except for Scotty, right? You're celibate. When's the last time you've been in a relationship, Scotty? This got nothing to do with wrestling, by the way. I told you we're going to be here for 3 hours to keep Ricky out of bed.
He was in a relationship this morning with a bowl of Lucky Charms.
Hey. One day we're going to listen. Scott's going to tell us about one of his relationships, or because believe it or not, Scotty is a man whore.
That'll be a Dr. Phil episode. Or Jerry Springer, depending where the DNA ended up.
Yeah, there's going to be one day we're going to see Scott on TV. It won't be Jerry Springer because he's gone. But maybe Steve Wilkos. We're going to see Scotty and a midget. So.
Good Lord.
All right, but anyway, we have a jam-packed show. We have another AEW Firing, boys.
Yeah, another one gets the unemployment line.
Another one gets his walking papers for AEW. They are cleaning house over there. They are taking out all the trash. Ace Steel fired by Tony Khan. Do you think he did it in person?
No, he probably had Megan do it for him. So.
Had Megan do it for you? Okay.
Megan's dog.
Yeah.
That
Whoever,
he threw a chair at.
whoever Ace Steel is less likely to take a bite out of is who fired him. Anyway, so CM Punk after the media scrum the very first media scrum, the brawl out or muffin toss USA, whatever you want to call it. There was a big brawl in the back. Ace Steel was part of that brawl. He supposedly, allegedly, bit somebody, Kenny Omega. I don't know. You think? I mean, I look at Kenny Omega and I say, I don't think he tastes good.
I honestly, I'm very surprised that they didn't have to quarantine Ace Steel and give him a whole bunch of rabies shots for that. Like, I mean, like
Well,
I
he bit
guarantee,
Omega, not his dog.
huh?
He bit Omega, not his dog.
Omega is rabid. I swear to God. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he
like,
could be.
you never know with that guy. Like, I guarantee he's got
Hey,
some kind of bacterial disease at least. But
he's the cleaner. He's the cleaner.
He's the
He's
cleaner.
not dirty.
So you're saying Ace Steel thought he was going to the dentist. He went for a cleaning.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? All right. So Ace Steel gets fired. CM Punk's on the shelf. Ace Steel gets fired. CM Punk comes back, and one of CM Punk's stipulations was you bring Ace Steel back, right? That's his boy. That's his boy, Blue. And so they bring Ace Steel back, and they gave him a role they were actually, I think I read that they were looking for a training facility.
And he was remotely, he was doing all his work remotely via Zoom calls because he wasn't allowed at the tapings before he was fired.
Anyway, CM Punk was fired by AEW last week after an investigation into the backstage incident at All In with Jack Perry. 5 days later, Punk's close friend and trainer Ace Steel is now also gone from AEW. News of Steel's termination today was reported by PW Insider and confirmed by F4W Online Dave Meltzer. My bad, Dave Meltzer. Steel was a key player in last year's backstage fight at All Out 2022 between Punk and the Elite, where some accounts say that he bit Kenny Omega and threw a chair at Nick Jackson. At least it wasn't the other way around. He threw Nick Jackson and bit a chair. So at least he was in his right mind there. So Ace was fired in the aftermath of that brawl, and it sounds like secretly rehiring at some point, and then worked as a coach, producer, and launching a new Collision show. Yeah, so when they hired him back, nobody really heard that they hired him back, right? It was kind of a rumor, but they never really came out with it. So Ace Steel now standing 2 places behind CM Punk in the unemployment.
Punk's holding his spot in line for him for the last 5 days.
Yeah, so I guess to me it's like, yeah, you can bring Ace Steel back as soon as I get rid of CM Punk. Everybody, the Elite, whoever was like, okay, who's going to make the phone call?
Yeah.
Who's going to call Ace and let him know he's shit canned?
I mean, honestly, the thing I'm surprised about is that Ace just didn't call the day after Punk was fired and like, fuck you, I quit. But, who knows? Who knows?
Well, he probably knew. Nah, he didn't have to. Like, the writing's on the wall there. So
Pretty much.
He knew he was gone. So why quit when you're going to get fired and he could probably get some sort of severance or whatever?
True.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the stipulations are of the contract. Maybe it was coming out of Punk's $1 million belt. I don't know. So
who knows? Who knows? I mean, it's sad, but like wherever Punk ends up next or lands next, it's guaranteed to be with him. So I don't think Ace has too much to worry about. And who knows? Like Ace might.
He might. He might have something to worry about because who the hell's going to want to sign Punk?
Well, it looks like Impact is very interested in signing CM Punk.
But there's no way Impact can pay him what like.
Listen,
All
right, so I'm Impact, okay, right? And I go to say you are Pepsi, okay? I'm gonna go to you. I'm gonna say, hey, listen, we have a chance to bring CM Punk in. We would like to wrap that up with some sort of sponsorship. Is there any way for the next 2 years, we get $9 million from you? We'll make you our top sponsor. We'll put you on all the boards around the ring. We'll put you up in the arena. We'll do commercials. We'll do all PepsiCo, Frito-Lay, whatever, Tropicana, whatever you guys push. And you basically cover half of CM Punk's contract and money to us to improve things around Impact. How's that sound?
Sounds pretty good, but
sounds like I've sold once or twice before.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Okay. And here's where I take a little bit of issue. I mean, yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Makes sense. But I don't see big name companies getting involved with Impact. I could see them doing that with WWE. I could definitely see them doing that with AEW. With Impact, like Impact is not even not even fifth rate anymore. Wrestling, a fifth rate wrestling promotion.
Well, they're the third biggest wrestling company.
They're the third biggest, but they're not like they're what they used to be. The once level that they used to be at, they're no longer there. They've dropped 6, 8, 7, 8 tiers.
Now, do you remember why they were so big back in the day? For when they were TNA or whatever they were. Yeah. Do you remember why?
Not really.
They had a hell of a roster with
That's
them.
Exactly right.
They had pretty much all of the NWO. They had
Hogan, Flair.
Yeah. They had AJ Styles, Abyss. They brought Foley in, Flair. They had a lot of your veteran group from the current AEW roster was there.
But they bankrupted themselves doing that, just like kind of like WCW bankrupted itself doing that.
It all starts at the top with your idiot ownership.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. I agree with Jason's idea of getting a sponsor to help out. Wouldn't be a bad idea, but I honestly don't see top name companies working with an Impact. I see, like, I could see a PepsiCo or something like that working with a WWE or an AEW, but not an Impact. Like, I can't even think of a top rated company that would want to be associated with an Impact. So
ramen noodles.
There you go.
CM Punk wouldn't even be there long enough to fill out that contract before he either gets hurt or gets fired for doing CM Punk things.
I just think that CM Punk is still a big name. I know he can't seem to get along with people for whatever reason. Except for AJ Lee. Him and AJ Lee are still together.
Well, maybe Slamovich will put him in his place.
She will fuck him up. Like Masha Slamovich is a dog, so she'll mess him up. But I mean, he's a draw. So it doesn't have to be one. I'm not saying PepsiCo only sponsors Shakira and Taylor Swift. We don't do wrestling people, but I mean, good afternoon. I can imagine that a few sponsors would.
Randy said Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree. Hey, there you go. There you go. Straight edge Phil at the Dollar Tree. I can see him doing signings right now.
Yeah.
We'll get him a couple of those cardboard cutouts like
Jay White.
Jay White. So
yeah.
Anyway, he would for Impact. He is Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Right? He immediately goes right to the top. He's the biggest superstar there. So I mean, honestly, why not? He's out of options. Except ATCW will bring him in.
I don't think Chucky would go for that. I really don't.
You're right. He probably. I don't know. I'd talk him into it. Listen, Jeremy Stone is undefeated, and I couldn't think I wasn't
gonna go there.
Yes,
but you brought it up.
Yeah. So anyway. Yeah, so Ace Steel's fired. CM Punk, we're gonna find out where he's going.
Is Stone the Make-A-Wish kid that was nominated to be brought in for ATCW.
I'm trying to tell you, you're playing with fire, bro. You're playing with fire. All right. Did you guys get a chance to catch AEW on Wednesday?
I caught
No.
the first almost hour before I had to go to work.
Did you catch the MJF and Samoa Joe?
I did watch some of that, and that was intense.
This might be the AEW match that we've all been waiting for. Like this first promo that these guys cut against each other, they always do a promo. MJF always has a promo in the ring against whoever his next opponent is. And Samoa Joe scares the shit out of me. And I am not even near him. I'm on the other side of a TV, but he is menacing.
He's a big son of a bitch.
He is menacing, and he just went back and they went back and forth. He kept calling Samoa Joe. He kept saying, "What's your problem, kid?" Right? Kid. Kept calling him kid. All right, so a couple notes here. Wednesday, Joe and MJF. Joe wanted to know what his problem was. MJF initially poked fun at Joe, making fun of his weight. I think he kept calling him.
He said every time he hears MJF's entrance music, he thinks he's running after an ice cream truck.
Yeah.
So he kept calling him Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe, like he was all over him.
He was fat shaming him.
Samoa Joe fired back with saying the world. He would run through. He's going to run through this tournament and get this title shot and proceed to beat the absolute dog piss out of MJF. So they went back and forth. MJF got in his face. I think he hit him. I think he hit Joe. Joe kind of backed off. Was like, you're not ruining my title shot here. I'm gonna let you have a good day. And he just kind of let him go by. And then he hit him from behind. Kicked the crap out of him. Held the belt up, which is you don't touch the belt. You just don't touch the belt. And, held the belt up. Went for the muscle buster, and Adam Cole cut him off and made sure that MJF is selling his neck. So I don't know what they're going to do here. They're really selling this neck thing. So
yeah.
I don't know if they're going to take this belt off of MJF, but this is going to be the best match that he's going to have. Adam Cole was great. This Samoa Joe is going to kill him.
Well, and here's the thing. Looking at it from this perspective, without Punk, they need something. They don't have many guys that are like at the level of an MJF right now. Like they don't, and I'm not even talking about like just hit like as career wise. I'm talking like top superstars that they have to go against MJF. The roster is very thin on those guys right now. So without having the unification match that we all wanted to see, Punk versus MJF, now you've got.
I didn't want to see it.
Huh?
I didn't want to see it.
I did. Now you have a chance though to see see MJF and a different style of wrestler in a Samoa Joe. The big brute, the big guy versus the little guy kind of aspect to it. Joe's the muscle bound, the big beef, and MJF is the little guy that, Joe can just manhandle and throw around. So I feel like this is going to be, and Joe has got a lot of experience that can really work well in a match like this. MJF is good in the ring. He is one of the best I've seen for his age and for his experience level. But he is, compared to Joe, he's still green. So Joe's got a lot of experience that can really help add to and build a match like this. And maybe not even just one match, build a series of matches. I would love to see a trilogy with these guys, build it so that it builds Joe up, to make him look like a world beater, disputed finish, something weird goes down, and bring it back for a couple of matches to really give MJF a good run against a top name opponent. And
you wouldn't think that there'd be anybody that can to elevate MJF, but perfect that Samoa Joe is going to do this. So
Exactly.
this little face run for MJF is really going to do him some good. So,
Yeah.
and we all love Samoa Joe, right? He is like,
Oh, yeah.
he's legit.
He is a
He's
savage.
legit.
He's savage.
He is a savage. Let me look at the comments here real quick. I believe Hunter was talking about MJF when he said they want him in EC3 wants him in NWA. I believe NWA is a studio show. I don't know that they really have a live crowd. They probably have less people that come to that than ATCW.
Create narrative.
Yeah, create his own narrative. That's actually perfect for him. Yeah, he'd be creating his own narrative. Hunter says, they keep hiring old guys. Dollar Tree, yeah. Jeremy Stone, I believe, had a message.
I see that.
Yeah, I think that message was towards you.
It might be. I was surprised he could even spell it.
Oh, well, it's it's only a couple syllables. We lost Scotty there.
He's getting his ice pack.
Scotty's fade to black.
It's too early in the show for that ice pack.
Anyway, Joe stands tall over CM Punk, and then we get Roddy comes to the rings yelling. Roddy Strong doesn't have entrance music anymore. He's just yelling, Adam!
Yeah.
Adam!
Did you see his little vignette about his parents and the whole I have no friends?
Yeah.
And the Kingdom patting him on the back. I'm like, get out of here. This shit's ridiculous.
It's so funny.
And he's still sitting there. He's still sitting there with his neck brace on.
I like that they pulled the neck brace off for the match, and as soon as the match was over, they put the neck brace back on. So
yeah,
pretty awesome. All right, we have what do we got here next? Oh, LA Knight.
Yeah,
it looks like this guy's getting his due, man. He
looks like from what I read, a 5-year extension.
Yes. So let me get to my notes here. LA Knight is reportedly close to a contract extension with WWE. Oh, lost it here. Following an initial report from PW Insider, the Knight was close to a deal on an extension. Fightful Select had some more on the situation. According to the outlet, Knight's deal was nowhere near done around SummerSlam, and it could take a while for such a situation to help WWE. WWE has generally waited until deals are much closer as of late before starting new talks. The report notes that some of the initial offers given were counters in the negotiation. There was some reports that WWE was waiting on a deal to complete before pulling the trigger on his push. So, I mean, that explains a lot in between there with all the different, putting him here, putting him there, and not really just having him come out and talk, and whatnot. So
he's over. He's over. He definitely deserves it. He's the top talent on that roster. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen once they get this contract done and where they go with him. Hopefully he'll get at least a push to some sort of a title run, whether it's mid-card or towards the world titles.
Neither WWE nor Knight has commented on the status of the deal yet. PW Torch stated the contract is reportedly being finalized and has already been signed, with PW Insider writing the same that some sources believe the new deal is up to a 5-year contract. Scotty, welcome back.
Sorry about that.
I tell you what, let me. We were just talking about LA Knight's new contract. What do you think about that? What do you?
I am honestly happy about it, because again, he's been proving his worth over and over and over again in that company. And again, like when this whole conversation first came up about LA Knight, I said, and again, I'm just repeating what I was hearing. That, Vince wasn't high on the guy. He's like, oh, he's too old. This, that, and the other thing. I loved LA Knight. I loved what he was doing. I was very mad that they didn't want to use him, didn't want to push him. And now all of a sudden, organically, he's getting over. Like the guy is just an amazing on the mic. He's amazing in the ring, and organically the crowd is just getting behind him and just pushing this up the chain to the point where Vince can't ignore this anymore and be like, all right, we've got to do something with this guy because he's like we can't ignore this groundswell, otherwise like they're realizing basically that if they do what they did with Daniel Bryan with LA Knight and screw that up, then they're basically bust, at least as far as that aspect of things is concerned. So they can't make the same mistakes twice. So they're really pushing with this LA Knight thing, getting him the new contract. So I'm happy about it.
I haven't heard shit about Vince in a while. Is he even up out of bed from his spinal surgery?
That was the other thing. We don't even. They're trying to figure out whether he even had surgery.
Or is he still smothered in his NDAs?
No, he's hiding from all the corporate lawyers that are after him over the legal crap. So there was no, I guarantee you there was no surgery. Whether he'll still come out in a neck brace though. Whenever court happens, he'll show up in the neck brace. But yeah, no, like, and that's the other thing about it. With Vince kind of being behind the scenes and not not as active, we're starting to see guys get those pushes that they deserved a long time ago because Triple H
Yes,
is,
exactly. Exactly.
And for what it's worth, like Triple H again.
Oh boy.
Triple H and Samoa didn't get their push under Vince are getting their pushes now, like even like to the point of bringing Bray Wyatt back. Yes, it didn't go the way we had all hoped, but a guy like Bray Wyatt who Vince saw nothing with anymore, let him go, and Triple H is like, no, we're gonna bring him back. We're gonna do something with him. So, and then with the LA Knight thing, thankfully they didn't release him at the time, but they had him under that maximum male model gimmick or whatever you were doing back then, and like they finally, Tripp's like, no, we ain't keeping this. We're gonna strip this, strip him out of this.
Yeah,
put him
something
back to
Dupree. What was he? Something Dupree.
Yes,
Max Dupree.
it's
Or
not
something.
Rene Dupree because that was the guy from years ago.
It's Max Dupree.
It was
No,
Max
wasn't Maxine Dupree the girl?
Yeah,
it was Max and Maxine.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just texted a possible source close to LA Knight to see if I could get some information on the contract. So we're going to because he's a hometown boy. So
yes,
all
but
right,
yeah, no, I'm happy.
Absolutely.
If I get some information, I'll keep my anonymous source anonymous, and hopefully we can find out something.
Pizza Cutter News.
I'm gonna said their name.
Yeah.
So good on LA Knight, though. I mean, I'm super pumped for this guy. He's been everywhere, and he just doesn't ever seem to keep the love or get the love he deserved. And he is, he's great. Like, he's great.
Yeah.
And I know it might not happen for a while, if ever, but if we could get an MJF LA Knight, forget about it.
Wow, that would be awesome.
Forget about it.
Oh,
so,
dream match.
All right, moving on. All right, Braun. Wait a minute, where's my? Braun Breaker tried to kill a motherfucker the other day. Did you?
Yeah.
Yes, I saw this, and that was pretty brutal. I give him credit.
All right, so Von Wagner was a victim of a brutal assault on NXT Tuesday night. Braun Breaker attacked a 29-year-old. Von Wagner is 29 years old. God, he's old. Attacked a 29-year-old WWE star after their no disqualification main event. The latter, I don't know. Oh, they called it a ladder. So dumb. The stairs split over Wagner's head at ringside. Steel Steps did. Fans might have worried about his health and the aftermath of the assault. The injury angle could be used to write him off permanently from NXT for Wagner to exercise his free agency status, either Raw or SmackDown. He was drafted. He is a free agent, correct? I think.
Yeah, he wasn't drafted during their deal, so he could go to Raw or SmackDown if he wanted to.
Gotcha. So if you saw the original video, and when they were actually, if you watched it Tuesday night, the screen went black.
Yeah.
So which was like awesome, right? It was like a Sopranos type of ending to Von Wagner, and then they showed another angle where his head was on the top step, and then as Braun lifted up the stairs, he put his head down on the second step. Well, it looks like, and I'm pretty sure this would happen now. The edge of the steps clipped Von Wagner's head, so he did get hit. So, but
that probably
they had a wrap on his head. He looked like a mummy. It was so generic, the way they did it. So, but we'll never know. I mean, we'll never know. Maybe when Von Wagner's 31, he'll give up the information or whatever. But this is that was a scary spot. We've talked about you have to have trust in your opponent.
Yeah. So here's the question now. All right, from your perspective as somebody that's been close to ringside, Jason, and probably seen or at least been around similar ideas of this, should he have kept his head on the first step and then them do a spot where it kind of comes down in between the two? Like, did he make a mistake by moving down a step? Did Von Wagner make a mistake on that?
Hold on.
I don't know. It didn't look good. That's all I know. And
no, he did not make a mistake. See, that was that because of the different camera. See where the cameraman is behind?
Yes.
Right. So the cameraman, where the cameraman is sitting, they can't really tell that he put his head down. So he moved his head down a step because Braun was supposed to hit the top steps, the top, right?
Okay.
So this angle here that you can see, you guys can't see because I have a picture up, but the angle is from a fan perspective or a fan phone, or maybe it was a plant.
I saw the video, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
So he did exactly what he was supposed to do. It just listen, shit happens. You have plans to do something, and you blow your knee out, right? You go to play basketball, you blow up your Achilles. I mean, there's always something that goes on with these type of things, and this is you have to be super precise. Those steps are not light, right? They when they say that the only thing real in wrestling is steel steps. They hurt when you land on them. They hurt when they hit you. They just those edges are sharp as shit. So, anyway, my anonymous source just got back to me, and they said they don't think the deal is done yet. They just almost gave away. They just talked to him a few hours ago, and they're pushing for it. They're pushing for it, but it is not done yet. So there is no contract as of yet.
But I mean, hey,
that's a scoop. Be surprised. That's a scoop, boys. That's a scoop.
That's it. I wouldn't be surprised if
you got to get him on the show.
What's that?
Now you got to get him on the show.
Yes. Yep. But I wouldn't be surprised if the deal doesn't get done within the next couple weeks, because again, he is. Even though he is older, he is the next big thing in that company, and
it's like their top merch guy right now too.
Yeah, top merch guy.
He's pulling in money.
He's the best on the mic. He's got so much experience. Kind of what I was talking about with Samoa Joe earlier with MJF. I would love to see guys like Damian Priest versus LA Knight. Because a young guy like Damian Priest can learn a lot from an LA Knight, both in the ring and on the mic. Heck, even like it wouldn't be a completely fair fight, but again, a Dominic.
She just called me dummy. Yeah.
Like
anyway, go ahead.
No, but like there are a lot of young guys that would benefit from an LA Knight rub, and which not only would benefit LA Knight as well because it gives those guys the rub and pushes them up the stratosphere, but then you can use it to keep pushing LA Knight up the stratosphere and get everybody into positions where whether you in a year or two you put the belt on LA Knight or you just keep using him to help elevate the next generation.
Did you just say a year or two?
Yeah, that's a little bit of a stretch.
Again, I would like to see it. Here's the thing: I would like to see it sooner. But I
Survivor Series.
I mean, hey, that'd be
Is
nice
that what your sources told you?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
No, I don't think they're going to work that fast. I mean, maybe by SummerSlam next year, LA Knight has a belt. Has a world heavyweight belt. We'll see.
He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. Give me the belt, whatever. He doesn't need it. He's over like wherever.
He does. He is a Roddy Piper in this company that he doesn't need the belt to be elevated. That is a very good point. But I still think it would be good kind of to do the Dusty style short run with a belt so that you give him the chase, then you take it off of him so he keeps going back to the chase. We've talked about this several episodes ago where we talked about how the thrill is in the chase. So, if you do a Dusty short run with the title they did back in NWA, put the belt on Dusty, take the belt off him pretty quick, but at least then Dusty has the belt, but he can keep chasing it later on. So, but yeah. So no, again, I expect in the next couple of weeks this deal to be done, and like I said, 6 months, a year, let's say a year or so, and he's LA Knight. Yeah, LA Knight is, feuding with some of the top dogs in the company for the top belts. One way, whether he gets it or not, I don't care as long as he's in that aspect. But he's also working with the younger guys and pushing the younger guys up because it would be, again, it's LA Knight. I cannot wait to see what they're going to do with him.
Yeah, super pumped for him. Super pumped for him.
Absolutely.
All right. So we kind of jumped off of Von Wagner. Thoughts and prayers to Von Wagner and his big
split skull.
Split skull. So we
broken
have
skull.
A broken skull. What do we got on Facebook here? Rigged. I don't even know what that means. Anyway, he's silly. Damien, shout out Damien, making things happen. All right, we have new Legends deal. The Dudleys have signed a Legends deal, and then they dropped the bombshell. Then Devon dropped the bombshell.
Get the tables.
Now, I did not see this Devon part of it, and so you're gonna have to talk, but. I saw this morning as I was looking through the news articles that the Dudleys have now signed Legends contracts with the WWE, which from what I have always heard Bubba say, like Devon was he always talks about how Devon was happy staying with the WWE. Bubba wanted to go off and do his own thing and whatnot. And again, he talks about it all the time in the clips I watch. He's like, look, me and Devon are still friends. We still talk on a regular basis. Devon's happy up there. I'm happy doing what I'm doing. But Bubba always said he had no intention of going back to the WWE.
Money talks. Money talks.
Well, supposedly these legend deals, they don't pay a lot.
Yeah.
And he's still under Impact contract. He's getting ready to do Impact 100. I think it's Impact 100.
I was about to ask that because I was like, is this going to be an exclusive WWE contract? Because if it isn't, then yeah, he can stay doing the Impact stuff for a while and then decide he's going to, slowly fade into the sunset and do the Legend stuff and whatnot. But Yeah, I was very surprised to see that both of them together had decided to sign contract. I mean, yes, individual contracts, but as they're both together as legends in the WWE system now. So it's like, wow, that's actually pretty cool. But what is this thing about Devon dropping a bombshell? Like, please elaborate on that.
So Devon came out and said that racism runs rampant in WWE.
Oh,
When he was there, when he was a talent, there was a person in the office, and he would not name names, but there was a person in the office that
Vince.
was racist and said racist things, and had told him that he said they didn't like him because he was black. So, Ricky, who do you think this is, and why, and why was it Vince McMahon?
Gee, Vince doing something controversial and saying something behind the scenes. Wow, that would be a huge surprise. Why wouldn't that come from Vince's mouth?
Well, it was a higher up, and I don't think it was. I mean, we did get the N bomb from Vince
With a John
to
Cena promo.
At one point, which hilarious, by the way, one of the
And
funniest
didn't
moments.
Yeah.
Didn't he say it to Booker too on live camera? What didn't he say it twice?
Booker actually dropped it himself.
Booker said it to Hogan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, during the promo.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know who it could have been today.
Well, is it all right? So let's. All right, I'm not gonna say it's Vince. I mean, it could be Vince, but whatever. Bruce Pritchard.
That wouldn't surprise me either with knowing that guy's character.
John Laurinaitis.
There you go. That's probably a good answer right there.
I don't know.
Vince is right.
But see,
man.
why wouldn't you have just said John?
Terry Taylor.
There you go. But if it were Laurinaitis, I think he would have just come out and said, because Laurinaitis is on the WWE's blacklist anyways right now. So
whoa, what list?
Oh, not
damn, son, damn. I mean, you just put him on the list that he doesn't want to be on. Obviously,
not that list.
Oh gosh,
put me on the red list.
Not what I was talking about, but anyway. No, but John Laurinaitis is nobody's friend right now. So you'd figure if it was Laurinaitis, Devon would have just come out and said it right up front. But
he did not. Well, he just signed a Legends deal. I mean, you would think if it was, that's a good point. If it was Laurinaitis, he's not with the company anymore. Why not? Why not say it? But obviously, whoever it is still with the company.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Pritchard or Terry Taylor are good candidates as well. If it wasn't Vince,
Stephanie McMahon.
Oh, there are so many things I could say to that right now, but I won't. But
was it CJ? Oh no, she wasn't. She goes the other way. Yeah, she goes the other way.
Yeah. Now it's not surprising considering the work environment these guys foster, like the higher ups in WWE foster. So, again, with all due respect to Devon, and I feel bad that he had to go through any kind of, mistreatment, because of
this guy was in an ECW locker room.
Yeah.
With killers.
Yeah.
Why did this bother him? In Philadelphia, by the way.
Yeah.
That's also true.
Why did this bother him? I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, again, and it's funny because just now that you say it, considering the fans up there, who knows what he was yelled at every night, in the ECW arena. So, what kind of stuff he was called. So he should. I mean, you would think.
I don't know. With New Jack lurking around in those ECW arenas, there probably wasn't too much said.
Yeah, that's also true. True.
Well, we're gonna move on, but I hope that him and Paulie dangerously make up.
Yeah.
No, maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Oh god.
All right, we have a new record. The Intercontinental Championship was broken the record was broken on Monday. Gunther is now officially recognized as the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in WWE history. Gunther became the Intercontinental Champion by defeating Ricochet June 10th, 2022 on SmackDown. This ensures the reign would be record-breaking. Gunther defeated Chad Gable at the main event on Raw this week. We knew that they were going to push for this. We knew that they were headed this way. Awesome. I mean, I think this is great. Gunther's doing great work. How long before he turns? He's got to turn face here eventually, right?
No.
No? He's always smiling. He's always smiling. He's the worst heel ever.
He's the ring general. He's the ring general. I see no point in turning this guy into a face anytime soon. Just let him keep running his heel run. He's a guy. He's broke the record now for the IC title. Start making plans to get that title off of him and move him into the world title picture.
Exactly.
Okay.
And honestly,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, and I know exactly the guy to take it off of him. Ilya Dragunov. They had some of the best matches in NXT UK. They had two of the best matches on NXT Live TV. They need to bring Dragunov up to the main roster and have them have a feud for that belt and have Ilya take it off of him so that they can move Gunther up into the main, the big times.
I think whoever they're going to have eventually take this belt off of him has got to be like probably one of their biggest up and comers or a current star. You don't want to have somebody like a Ricochet take a title off of Gunther, who just made this one of the most legitimate titles.
So who do you think? See, that was my question. That was my next question. Who should take this belt off of Gunther? And I have one right here, locked and loaded. So he thinks we bring up Ilya Dragunov. I don't know if I agree with that, but it's not a bad pick. I do like Ilya. I would like to see him do more in NXT first. I'd like to see him carry that world title. If anything, I would bring Carmella.
Carmelo.
No, I want Carmella back. I so miss her so much. No, we bring up Carmella Hayes.
Let's go down in your basement and see her.
She stopped scratching at the walls a long time ago. I don't know what's going on down there. So Ilya is Scott's pick. Ricky, give me a pick. Who should take this belt off of Gunther?
LA Knight would be a good candidate. He would be a very good candidate, and whoever does take it off, I want to see them at least hold the belt for a good legitimate time. Not like a few weeks and then they drop it to somebody else. Like Gunther's had this belt for over a year now. Like
was it 434 days or something?
Whoever beats him needs to take this belt on another serious run. It doesn't have to be a full year, but maybe a good 4 or 5 month run, defending it and keeping the belt looking strong, not like the United States title where it was just put on theory for the last I don't know how many months, and now it's bounced to Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Like that.
And honestly, I can agree with that too, Ricky, because like I said, to push LA into the title picture, he needs a good run with another belt. And the IC belt traditionally, and by the way, you might hear something in the background. It's starting to storm big time here. So if you hear something, just sorry about that.
Run for cover.
Yeah, run for cover.
He'll be paddling out of his living room once it starts flooding with his soup spoon.
Your
cereal spoon, my bad. Oh boy.
Yep, back out. Yep, yeah. He's good. All right, so you're saying he's battling with his soup with his spoon. Can you see him surfing that down? down the road. All right, so you're taking LA Knight. I'm saying we are in the progress of rebuilding Jey Uso.
Ah, I like it.
Jey Uso
I like
Jey Uso is burned a lot of people here over the last couple months or whatever. You're back, buddy.
Okay.
Has burned a
Sorry
couple.
about that.
No worries. And Jey Uso has burned a lot of guys here in the last couple years, and they're rebuilding him. I would love to see them put him in a program, Jay versus Gunther, and let them go at it. Three-part series, and put this belt on Jay. Nice first give him his first singles run as Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
I again, it's not a bad choice either. I'm not sold on either Jay or Jimmy as singles competitors. Just because, again, like they need more time away from each other in order to do it. But I can see it going down. I can see it working, in a future scenario. But I don't know if Gunther's the right one. And that's the other thing. I don't know if Gunther is the right one for Jay because, again, style clash to me. Like, I don't know. Something just seems a little icky about that to me. And it just doesn't fit right. So it's like two puzzle pieces that just don't fit together the way they should.
Yeah, again, opposites attract. I think that's two contrasting styles that I think that would honestly. I've used a lot of big words today. My head hurts. I like to see these guys go at it. I'm gonna dumb it down. And then the guy rattle. So yeah. So I'd love to see these guys go at it.
Something Jeremy Stone might understand.
Oh, you're fuel to the fire, buddy. Fuel to the fire. That gentleman that commented, "How was your Father's Day?"
I know, I saw that.
That is the guy who dresses up like Deadpool.
Oh, gee.
That's.
Oh gosh.
He's great. He's great. Yeah, he's great. Anyway, so yeah. That's our thoughts on Gunther. Congratulations, though. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll never be the honky talk man. I don't care how many days he had. He'll never be the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. There's only one.
I still think they should have had Honky come out when he beat his record and say, like, they should have had some kind of interaction.
Hit him with the guitar.
No way. Yeah, he could have hit or get chopped. Like he would if Gunther chopped Honky. And here we go.
He would knock his sideburns off of him.
He would evaporate. Like it would just into dust.
Yeah, his sideburns would just fall right off of him.
Yeah,
it was so good.
All right, you guys got anything else? That's it for me, man. That's all our topics for today. We covered a lot.
Yeah, I think I got
negative.
So SmackDown tonight, Collision. It's gonna be interesting to see how Collision does. Dynamite on Wednesday was really good.
Yes.
Dynamite on Wednesday was really good.
It was.
And they didn't even have
and
most of the prominent stars.
Moxley wrestled a 10-minute match and did not bleed.
He bit his lip. He bit his lip.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he bit his lip. You didn't see it.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he bit his lip and a skewer came out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, that's right. I have
a...
Hold on. You guys are going to have to check your chat here. I'm sure on podcast or the Apple or whoever the podcast was, so they're like, what is this idiot talking about? Going to the chat. They had a Moxley bin at one of the grocery stores I was in, so.
Must have been in with thumbtacks.
So.
Clearance skewers.
A whole clearance of skewers, so.
That's funny.
I sent it to Moxley. He never replied.
Bags of thumbtacks in there, too.
So. All right, well, that's going to do it here for us at Hardway. If you guys don't have anything else, we're going to get out of here. Again, If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, we are Hard Way Wrestling. Go like, subscribe, ring the bell. We are now on all your platforms for podcasting: Apple, Google, Spotify, Pod Ripper, whatever. There's a million of them. But you're gonna have to search because we are new on all those platforms. So you're gonna have to search. So we're the black and gold logo with the pizza cutter in the background. You can't miss it. And please go like and subscribe to those two. Leave us a review. Tell us what you think. If you want to hear us talk about something, if you're tired of hearing Scott drone on about his soup spoon, we'll we want to hear all that. If you're sick of Ricky and his weird haircut and his stupid cat, we want to hear about it. You know, we want to hear about it. If you're tired of hearing about a guy pretending he's a wrestler, what's that?
The cat's gonna be carrying that pizza cutter next.
That cat's gonna carry a pizza. He's not carrying a cat.
He's gonna carry it. He's gonna eat it.
I mean that
you see Scotty? Can you see Scotty and Mr. Puffer sitting around a table eating a pizza?
That's not happening. We don't have furniture that'll hold them. So, Monday we're gonna do a little bit of we're gonna play a game on Monday, boys.
Nice.
We're gonna play our game on Monday, but it'll just be for the pod. We can't do it on YouTube. We can't do it on Facebook because it's music related. So, and we will get booted. But on pod, sky's the limit, brother. Sky's the limit. So
that's a good thing.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it for us here at Hardway. Ricky, Scott, thank you so much. We will see you guys next time
on the Hard Way.
Peace.